Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about checks and checkmate. Now, checkmate is actually what we try to do in the game to win, and it is, well, technically the only way you can win on the board. The other way that you can win on the board is if your opponent resigns, or if you're playing with a chess clock, your time runs out. But if we want to do a checkmate, we actually need to remember what a check is. A check is when a piece attacks the king. For example, in this position, the white rook can go to a7. And now, everybody, the white rook wants to capture the black king. But emphasis on wants to, because in a game, we actually cannot capture the king. We cannot physically eat the king. This is very important. Now, when there's a check, everybody, the utmost priority for that side that's playing, right now it's black, is to get out of the check. Right now, black cannot be having fun moving the pawns up. They have to get the king out of the check. So we have this CPR method. It stands for capture, protect, and run away. So in this position, those are the things that black can try to do. But it's not in all position. For example, in this position, everybody, black can physically move the king out of the check. And this is going to be the runaway method. Now, when you move the king, however, the king has to be not in a check, not just by this rook, by other pieces that white has. For example, the white queen is attacking the g6 and the h7 squares, so the black king, when they're trying to move away, they cannot get into this queen's attack. And this is, everybody, important. Now, if you want to, you can run away with the king, but we also have another option right now, and that's going to be blocking. So right now, we can protect the king by blocking with the knight, and everybody, right now, the rook doesn't do a check anymore. So we gotta choose one of these three methods if you have those available options, and that gets the king out of the check. Okay. Let's say white, instead of moving the rook to a7, they actually move their queen to g6. For example, everybody, if the queen goes to g6, this check is right in front of the king, so we actually cannot block this check. But before you run away with your king, you can actually think of whether you can capture this queen. And we actually can, everyone. We can capture the queen with the knight, or we can capture the queen with the king. And these are both going to be very, very important. So this is the three method: capture, protect, run away. And if there is no way to get out of a check, everyone, then we're going to be talking about checkmates. So let's make a position right now. Let's say we have a position like this. Let's say, and in this position, everybody, white moves the rook to a8. Now, our white rook is doing a check to the black king. Before you think of like anything, we should look into those three methods. Is there any way for black to capture this rook, which is doing the check? What do we think? Can black capture that white rook? So the answer is no, everybody. There's no way for black to capture that white rook. And then we can try to look at the protect method. Is there any piece that can go in between the rook and the king? Now, black has the pawns, but everybody, these black pawns are going forward. So they're going towards the first rank. So those pawns cannot go back. So black has no pieces that can block this check. And lastly, we have the runaway method. Can the black king run away in this position? And you see, in this position, the black king can try to go to the 7th rank. But the problem with that, everybody, is then our queen will be doing a check. That's why this is going to be a checkmate. And when there's a checkmate, everybody, right now white wins and black loses. Whoever does the checkmate wins, and whoever gets checkmated loses the game. And this is the only way to win the game on the chessboard. We cannot, again, physically capture a black or white king, any kind of king. And that's why this ends up in a win for white. And everybody, this is exactly how we can do a check. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, and you can also subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Bye.